But that's Tradenet. They're a partner with Breakout Trading, and it's just an easy way to make money. Find your circle of competence, go in confident, know the trend, know your exit and know your entries, and you'll do well. This morning was a clear. The market was just clearly dropping, and the reversal was so obvious. You can see the trend, the downtrend, channel, reversing channel. It was so obvious. I could have played the other side. I had to go somewhere. Normally, that's what I would have done, but the key is also not to get too greedy. You know what I'm saying? I made 2,100. Should I play the other side? Yeah, I would have made money doing that, but eventually in the long term, after you've been trading enough, you realize that over trading in the long run burns you. Take the wins while you got them. All right, so now let's address the question. The best point to enter or exit a trade. Okay, here's why it's so open-ended, and this is just one reason. TikTok, where is it? Right here. We went over this in course 1, orientation. Where is it? Yeah. We went over this in course 1 in orientation. There's 2 types of trading. There's fundamental trading and there's technical trading. If you're just getting into trading and you want to day trade, you're likely a technical trader. And that's where a little more discipline, training, and experience is necessary. Then you have fundamental trading, and that's more you're just buying on a company's fundamentals essentially. You're doing research, and you like a company, you think it'll be profitable in the next 10 years and grow exponentially, and you invest. And essentially, the both of them, there's always that risk of losing. So, in terms of the question, when's the best point to enter? On a fundamental standpoint, it depends. It depends. Like the slide says, you have to do your research. A good example here is, let's just say, Uber. Uber just went public, right? So Uber might be a very low risk because it's a big company. It's a huge company. A low risk. It's at its IPO price. I mean, this will probably quadruple. This will be 150 next year. By this time next year, I could see this stock being 150. I mean, they're taking over. They got Uber Eats. Now they're coming out with Uber Freight. I just saw a thing in the paper today about how how Uber and Lyft are taking over this industry. It's a $15 billion a year industry alone. And that's just the set of their business. They're taking over the industry of transporting Medicaid and Medicare patients to and from the doctor or appointments or whatever. Apparently it's a huge industry, and it sounds like it's a huge industry. Now, Uber and Lyft is going to be taking over that. Already got contracts in place, and they're going to make it much more simple. Apparently now it's very complex. You got to get a doctor to approve it and blah, blah, blah. And then Uber and Lyft are going to take over that. I think eventually Uber is going to try to take over Lyft and be even bigger. So fundamentally, to me, Uber seems like, yeah, I'd bet a thumb on it. You know what I'm saying? That this will be higher in another year, at least by 100%, if not 200, maybe even 300. So that's a low risk, potentially high gain scenario. Okay, what's a fundamental low risk, high risk scenario? And you got that right here. PRPCF. Okay, it's a 14-cent stock. Would you fundamentally invest in a 14-cent? Well, tell me about it. You might be saying, what is it? How much am I going to invest? Am I going to take out a mortgage and put my house? Well, it's high risk. I might take out a mortgage and put it on Uber because of the risk potential, but I'm not taking out a mortgage and putting it on PRPCF. PRPCF essentially is a company that they mine a mineral called vanadium, if I'm saying it correctly, and supposedly by 2020 they'll have enough to supply the U.S. And what vanadium is essentially, you know how they have like lithium batteries? It's an alternative to lithium, and it's like 10 times more powerful. It doesn't have any carbon release. It's a really, really powerful chemical. If you do your research on vanadium and you wanted to do some fundamental trading, you might hold this until 2020, 2021, and you might make a crap ton of money because you're getting it for 14 cents. It might go to $150. Who knows? And then you also have other things as well. The China tariffs are stopping China from sending this stuff in. So we can't even get this stuff from China. So this is the only U.S. company right now. They're out in the Midwest somewhere mining this crap. And it's a potential high risk. Who knows? All right. So that's fundamentals. Let's get into technicals real quick. All right. Now, when I trade technicals, and this is just me, I slip about 10% of fundamentals in there. Because I'd like to know what's going on with the company if I'm going to invest in it, even for just a minute, or a day, or a week. I want to know. So, that being said, let's see what's hot right now. Let's see what's going on. So this is how I'll typically do. If I'm going to do an evening scan, this is typically how I'll do it. And my evening scans are usually pretty damn good. So let's go ahead and do an evening scan. I could do. I don't want to do it with Trade Ideas because I want you to have the ability to do it. I set it up so that I could do it, but I didn't fully set it up so that you could see how to get there. Okay, first things first. Let's find stocks that are, got some kind of press release, news, something going on with them. For some reason, I want them to be boosting in the after hours. So for that, you go to NASDAQ.com, go to after hour activity right on the markets tab, and make sure you hit most advanced. And what's cool is with the after hours, you could actually see the New York Stock Exchange and the American Stock Exchange as well. The pre-market, they don't have that, but usually the NASDAQ is most active anyway, or most advanced. So you go to NASDAQ, most advanced. All right, we got a list. Nothing really looks amazing, except we got Hook Pharma. It's got some nice volume, for sure, up 36%. And it's within a price range I like to buy, between 90 cents and $12. Let's check it out. What's going on? Obviously, something's going on. And it's biotech. So, which means it probably has a low float, and it's likely going to rally. Now, another thing I just want to keep in mind is whenever you're going long in a stock, I just use the word rally. You want to check the S&P and make sure that that's going up as well. I don't like to take a long position if I see that the market's going down. So it's just a little side note I want to throw in there, and I'm probably going to bring that up 100 times because it's actually more important than I'm making it sound. You kind of want the market to be, usually stocks tend to go in the direction of the market, unless they got some incredible news. So let's look up Hook. So first thing I'm going to do is I want to look up the technicals on Hook, right? So I'll go over to, I don't know why this attached, stockcharts.com. I'll put in the ticker Hook. Okay, this is already telling me this stock has only been out a couple months. So it's a recent IPO, which is interesting. And I'll tell you why in a second. It's almost as if it's got some kind of good news coming out 3 months after it IPOs. 6 months after, see, when a company IPOs, they issue what's called restricted shares. And restricted shares cannot be sold until 6 months after the stock IPOs. So for the company to have some kind of breakout PR within 6 months of the IPO and upper management can't sell their restricted shares, this might be something really big, or it might be something puny. We'll find out. So yeah, put predefined range, change it to a year always. That way you can see the 52-week high. Keep your size at 780, and then this is the technical indicator that I would, if I had to choose one and no other, I would choose, and that's pivot points. Okay, this is the book I recommend that every trader read. How to Trade in Stocks by Jesse Livermore. It's on Amazon. Make sure it's got the commentary by Richard Smitten. I should sell it. I recommend so many of these books. But on chapter 5, if you go in this book, pivot points were Jesse Livermore's go-to in trading. And he was the most successful trader of his time. He was the Warren Buffett of the 20s, 30s, and 40s. All right. So let's update. You can hit any of the update buttons. All right, let's see what's going on. This stock is so new, it doesn't even have a full SMA yet. It's got a, it's 50 SMA. It's just forming. All right, so we got a R1 and an R2 are your best friends. If ever a stock price is below the P or within S1, S2, I don't even bother. I want it to be right near the R1, at the R1, above the R1, or somewhere in between the R1 and the R2. It could be just below the R1. That's good too, because it might break through the R1. Now these are essentially your supports and resistances, or you could use them as exits and entries in some cases. In some cases you don't want to use them as exits because it could be a breakout point. But that is me going too far, so let me take a step back. So, all right, let's take a look at Hook. Hook's price was $9.13. Okay, it's beautifully, beautifully placed. As a matter of fact, you guys can have this one. I'm gonna write down this ticker because tomorrow I'm probably gonna play this. It's right on the R1, just above it. Okay. Now let's look at it on a more technical chart. This is TD Ameritrade's Thinkorswim. You can download it for free with a TD Ameritrade account. Hook, right? I love it. Okay, got a lot going on here. It's got a ton of news, but technically it has not gone below that VWAP line. And the VWAP is the volume weighted average price something. But the point is, you need to know that if the stock breaks out after hours pre-market and stays above that VWAP, that's huge. That means it's very bullish. You also have a couple crossover arrows, and look at where they're at, right around 894. These candles signify a buy signal. They're telling you, go ahead, you could buy it here. Go ahead, you could buy it here. So right at the R1, it's literally telling you to buy. It looks like it shot up. What was the R2 price on that? R2 price is at 1123. It shot up to 1144. So it broke the R2 already. Guys, this is a beautiful, beautiful play. Not only that, we're very close to the 52-week high. We're 3 points away. And once you break a 52-week high, that's another method for finding entry points. It's called buy high, sell higher. A lot of people think you got to buy low and that's it. You got to find it cheap. No, if this thing is breaking out and then breaking the 52-week high, it's going to continue roaring. So technically, I love this stock. Let's see if the news is worth the squeeze. All right, so news-wise, it's got a lot. I can tell you that much. A lot. Okay, so all right. Hookia reports FDA clearance of IND application for HB201 clinical trials to treat HPV positive cancer patient. That's a big deal. Okay, so basically they're allowing them to test their drug on people who have HPV positive cancer patients. And that sounds like that could be huge. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a specialist in any of this stuff. but it sounds like some real news. Okay, it sounds like this company is going to be the next Ameren and take off. Maybe not, but everything looks good. That's another thing you wanna remember. If you can remember that, make sure as many factors are in your favor as possible. Okay, and now, hopefully the market is good tomorrow. Hopefully more news comes out on this tomorrow. This is gonna hopefully take off tomorrow. So where's your exit? Where's your entry? I mean, for me, it's quite simple. I'm going to put an entry right at, first of all, we don't know what the price is going to be in the morning. So, potentially speaking, I want to get it at around the R1. I'm assuming it's going to come back to its resistance, pull back a little bit, and go to around $9 or $8.98. So, I'm going to have a limit at around $9 flat. Limit order, whatever it is, 1,000 shares, 2,000 shares. Depends on how confident I'm feeling in the morning. We already know it can go up to the R2. It did it in the pre-market. So my sales point is essentially going to be, I'm going to essentially just be watching for technical formations while the market's open. I couldn't tell you my exit possibly. I could tell you maybe I'd exit at the R2, but really it all depends on this bad boy right here. The formations, what's going on. So if the market opens tomorrow and it's going up, but it's going up in an ascending, a rising wedge formation, right? And it's consolidating, a rising wedge formation always shoots down. So in a situation like that, I would say, okay, I see the rising wedge happening. I know this thing is going to cave. At a point like that, I'll be like, all right, let me take my money and run. Or that's why you take partials. You'll sell 3/4 of your shares. I like to sell 3/4 of my shares always and leave a quarter, just in case it does go to the moon. But this one stock here, you guys could keep that. It looks really bullish. I like it for tomorrow. I'm 90% sure I'm going to play it. Yeah. And let's see real quick. Let me go to TD Ameritrade. Let's put hook in here. Shares. It's got a lot of... that's the wrong stock. Oh, 25 million shares. So this has got a flow to like 10 million. This stock is incredible. Can't say it enough. Another way to check exit and entries, by the way, I didn't mention, is looking at your level 2. You always want to have an eye on your level 2. Look for any, because what your level 2 essentially is the buying and sell orders coming in and out, and you get the ability to see those. So if you start seeing heavy buying, and I like to look at the ARCA. For some reason, my eyes always bring me to the ARCA when I'm watching the R2. But whenever I see heavy selling, or in the ask, I'll use it as, it'll be like a warning sign to me. Okay, it's time to, there's a lot of selling. It's time to get out. Or on the time and sales, you can see a lot of selling going on. Use that as well. There's so many studies and so many technical patterns and so many features, but I think what I gave you right now is good before we go into most of this stuff in Breakout Trading University. And there's 14 more courses to come, so I don't want to overwhelm, but I think what I gave today was a pretty good gist and of a good way to identify stocks. So you could keep going. Let's say we looked at Hook and it stunk. It looked like a bomb. First of all, I have to admit, one downside to Hook is I don't like its formation. It looks like it was flat and then something happened all of a sudden and it just started to dump. I don't like that at all, but then again, it's very new, so it doesn't have much history to go off of, So yeah, then again, if that stock didn't work for you, you could say, all right, let's look at SPPI. SPPI was the next one. All right, we know it's around the P right now, so it might be bullish. Let's see. SPPI, it's at 850. So 850 is just above the P. I don't really like this one. Plus, take another look at why I don't like it. The volume is not that great. I honestly wouldn't waste my time with this one. Yeah, it's above the P. And look at its trend over the last year. It just doesn't. I don't like it. It's that simple. I don't like the trend. It's not showing. It's just above the P. Again, like I said, I like them. If they're not going to be at the R1, I like them closer to the R1 than just at the P. But you could probably still play this one and make money. That doesn't mean I just don't like it. So everybody has a style, and that's basically it. Guys, you can sign up for Breakout Trading in the description. That comes with the 0-second time delay live feed and live trading, which looks like this, and I actually have on right now so people can ask questions and things like that. It's 0-second delay, which is important for trading because sometimes we're making snap decisions. I also text alert out any trades I'm making, and sometimes even more. And I also do text out options plays as well. Today we had an options play, UVXY. We made pennies on it, $47. But you got the text alerts, you got just so much. We got Breakout Trading University coming out right now. That's like going to be really big. The website's going to be coming up soon. And then that's when prices are going to go up. So the 77.77 deal is pretty good. If you go to my page, which is facebook.com/Walls from the Street, obviously one word there, Walls from the Street. There's other signups as well. You could sign up for $50, but I mean, you're getting a lifetime package. You never have to sign up again. That's a one-time fee. And if you're new, I will help you. There is the, that's really what Breakout Trading was all about in the beginning, was for the new trader, for someone who didn't really know where to look in the beginning. And, so if you sign up, there is one-on-one mentorship. That's literally like we'll talk to each other on the phone. We'll get you situated. If you don't even have a strategy, if you have a strategy but you've been losing, whatever it is, we'll figure it out. This is not full mentorship. That is something different. This is like a lower level mentorship. So I'll help you to get going and kind of leave it at that, and let you fly away, but still keep, contacts. I know pretty much everybody in the group and probably have had a conversation with most of them, at least. But yeah, so that's what this is all about. It's about helping the new traders, because come on, when you first jump into this trade, which is what it is, there's just too much. I can't imagine. I think of myself 10 years ago when I got started. I was an idiot. Didn't know what I was doing. And I lost a fortune. And it takes time. So, and you can also sign up by joining one of the day trading, one of Tradenet's packages. If you sign up through my link, you get an automatic lifetime package as well. So, consider that. And remember that the link is cheaper prices as well. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end it. Good day today. Tomorrow's Friday, but I don't actually know if I'll be trading. I will be doing the text alerts out. I think I'll be able to trade Friday, because then I'll be finishing the week up 2,400 if I get a nice day tomorrow, and Friday's usually my best day. Don't know why. Just even Antonio Nasta, my cousin, hedge fund manager, his best day is on Friday. So Friday, let's try to trade and have like a nice $5,000 week. And keep in mind, guys, I'm not using a lot of money to do this. I'm using sub-funded accounts that are, after your discount, $2,500, and getting 80,000 in buying power, or you can go 6,000, get 160,000, or 399 bucks. They give you 14,000. So there is a way to make money doing this, okay? And I'm gonna consistently prove that on a daily basis by staying in my copa. So I hope you stick with me. I hope you sign up. All right, guys, appreciate it. I am out.